Hello, Cave-maniacs. Welcome back to this episode of Gabe's Cave. I'm Uncle Nasty.
I'm Brandon, and did you know that Soylent Green is actually people?
Anyhow, let's take a minute and thank our sponsor, RPGhiring.com.
We'd also like to thank ComicShield.com. Comic Shield, the best shipping boxes money can buy.
That's right. And today, we've got a hot tropic. But before we talk about this tropic, we're going to do some giveaways.
And that's the second time I got arrested. Anyways, congratulations to all the winners. And the last place, you got a loot box. That's awesome.
Because we love you guys down there in the dead last place because we know what it feels like one time. So, today's episode was going to be sponsored by the Kenny Loggins song Danger Zone, but I found out recently through producers and other people on the show that I can't really play that song or it'll get flagged, and then you won't ever get to see this video, which kind of stinks. But anyway.
Well, let's do our topic.
What is our topic?
Controversy in comics.
Controversy in comics. That's a dangerous zone, which is why it fit the song. So, we're going to let you guys decide. Is it controversy or is it just good comic fun? So, the internet went crazy a few days ago with Joker, the man who stopped laughing for, because a certain somebody had a baby. And that was the Joker.
The Joker was pregnant. It's weird.
It was weird. Now, Brandon, you read the comic.
I did.
I read the comic. Turns out that the story where the Joker has the baby in this isn't even part of the actual story from the Joker, the man who stopped laughing.
It's not the main storyline. It's a secondary story that they're putting in this comic. And it's more of a old school throwback style
Of art, yeah.
Yeah, in art. So it's more of like he just got a spell put on him by Zatanna because he stole Gotham's water, which is very like old school comic bookish.
Right. It's very Joker fun. Way before Black Label stuff.
It's like, Joker, he stole all the water in Gotham. What are we going to do? Like, it's sort of that style.
Right.
But Zatanna, obviously took care of that, and she put a spell on him.
So is he actually pregnant?
No, it's just a magical spell, and he is pregnant, but he pukes up this mud.
Kind of looks like a little baby Clayface at first.
It does, and then it eventually turns into a little mini Joker.
Yeah, a little mini-me Joker. Already grown, sort of. He's so handsome, as he says. So, let's talk about this, Cave-maniacs. Is this comic book controversy? Is this wokeness gone too far? Or is this just good comic book fun?
Probably just fun. He just got enchanted by Zatanna and threw up a mud baby.
I mean, yeah, that's how I'm going to go with this. This is not any kind of spin twist on DC Comics. This isn't destroying one of you guys' favorite beloved characters, okay? It's not going to be a complete twist where, the Joker is raising this kid and bottle feeding this baby and blah, 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 blah. It's literally just good comic book fun. Zatanna curses him. He falls into a mud hole. He gets his face stomped down into the mud, and during the curse, something goes wrong. He wakes up the next morning underneath his Wonder Woman blanket, and boom, his belly's big and swole up. They make a couple of good one-liner funny jokes in there, and then he pukes the baby up.
That's it.
And this made news, people. This made news.
This was like throwback old school, just Batman Zatanna stuff, doing something silly to punish the Joker for stealing all the water in Gotham. There's lots of controversy in comics. There's stuff to be like, sort of like, ugh. But this wasn't one of them.
Nope, this wasn't one of them.
This was a throwback type story. This wasn't anything.
Y'all wasted a good row.
So make sure you do your research before you
Jump on the bandwagon.
jump on stuff.
So, would you recommend this comic series to people to jump on and give us a read? Because this is on my pull list.
The main story of the book is interesting.
Yeah, the artwork is...
Yeah, the artwork's good. The writing's good. It is interesting to see what's going on. The secondary story is just one of those just throwback fun stories. It's not anything to be taken seriously.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, if you guys don't want to see the Joker with a swelled up pregnant underneath his Wonder Woman blanket and the funny jokes that are made by the people that are around him when all this happens, because it is pretty entertaining. It's some like dry humor, but it's pretty funny. You don't even have to read it. You don't even have to read that story to be able to enjoy the Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing, the series, and that. You don't even have to read that part of it.
And look, Lee Burmo's doing covers on this,
and they are hot.
I mean,
look at this cover. Let's get this.
This one's good, but
yeah. That's not a bad cover, but man, and the one from December, the one before this, with Robin sitting on the Joker's knee, and man, it's just fantastic covers, fantastic artwork. So you guys tell me in the comments. This is one of those interactive videos, I guess you could say. You let us know. Did you read this comic? If not, are you going to give it a chance? Do you want to check it out for yourself and see what all the fuss is about? You let us know. Is this really a controversial book, or was it just good comic book fun?
Well, while you're thinking about it, let's do the spotlight of our next artist.
Doo-doo. Welcome back, Cave Maniacs, to this new episode of Meet the Artist. We have this very amazingly talented guy who was also a military special forces in the Army. So thank you for your service, Mr. Cary Vallery.
Guys, I really appreciate that, and it's an honor to be on with you guys again.
Oh no, thanks for coming on, and thanks for sending us such amazing cards. I mean, you really went all out with these, man. They're awesome to look at in person.
Well, thank you. I've seen some of the ones that some of your other amazing artists have done, like Ashley Marsh and all them, and I was like, oh no, I've got to step up my game.
Hey, I think they're going to be impressed when they see this. You guys don't forget to pop in the comments and let us know which one of these cards is your favorite. Look, let's go ahead and start off with some of these cards here. Tell us about Lord Morpheus here from the Sandman. What made you want to do this character?
The series came on Netflix, and I really enjoyed the series. I'm looking forward to the second one that's in production, and there was a lot of hype around the series and characters, so I wanted to create a couple of the cards for the fans out there that might be looking for merchandise on him.
Let's talk about this background a little bit. What's going on there?
Oh yeah, it's to kind of simulate the dream world that he's in, and that it's always flowing and mesmerizing.
Oh, I dig it. Well, the next character you told me before we started in the little pre-interview chat that this was also a character from that show. You said Marvin the Pumpkinhead?
Yes, sir, Marvin. When I saw the series, it looked like he worked in the library where they kept, I guess they keep all the dreams categorized.
Well, it's definitely a cool looking card. I like the border you got going on with it.
Thank you so much.
Hey, this one right here, look, all you guys out there watching this right now, y'all better be glad that I can't enter, because I'd have like 100 fake accounts trying to get this Michael Jackson Thriller one time.
He's always been a fan favorite, and Halloween, I think Halloween was right there about the time I was creating the cards, so I wanted to throw something of his out there too.
Once again, let's talk about the colors on this, like how the layering to get that good ghoul green color on the skin. Like, what was your process there? Take us through a little bit of how you made this card come to life.
On that one, I think I laid down a base color, which was probably just a really light green, and then just started layering until I got the effect that I wanted. And then at the end of it, I took another light color, maybe even a neutral, and then just blended it all so that it was more flowing.
What was the medium that you used when you did the cards?
I think what all I used were Copics, alcohol-based markers, some Prismacolor pencils, white liners, maybe a little bit of paint pens.
Well, they look amazing for sure.
Well, thank you,
Um,
sir.
a tremendous amount of detail in like the smallest of areas on a lot of these cards. Um, and let's talk about the guy coming up right here that the Human Torch will never be, Ghost Rider.
That one there, I thought would be neat to kind of have his face almost floating in a halo of flames. So that's kind of the way that one came to me and projected.
Well, you put it out the way it is in your head because that's what it looks like to me for sure. Now we got some Orkies from World of Warcraft. Is that right?
Yes, sir. There's a female one that I always thought was pretty cool, and she kind of got a raw deal there at the end and stuff. But so I put her on there, and then I believe there's the king and the main orc that kind of bumped heads throughout the series or the movie. And
Are you talking about
but
in the puzzle card?
yes, sir, the puzzle card.
Okay, so that's who that is. That's the same orc as up here, but that's the king.
Yes, sir, I believe it is.
And in case you guys we're jumping ahead
Well,
just a little bit.
no, I apologize. That's not the king. It was the what was that? The king's like military advisor or something like that.
Okay.
And
I haven't
then
seen it yet. That's on my list of things I need to get on. But we jumped ahead a little bit, guys. So this if you guys win this, y'all are going to have to do some negotiating, and y'all are going to have to get in the comments, and y'all are going to have to try to make friends with other Cave Maniacs because six of the cards comes in 3 sets. So this set right here, this is 2 cards. That's not just one big card. That's 2 cards. So is this. And so is the Carnage and the Venom. And as you see, when you separate them, even some of Venom's fingers and his tongue even go over onto the Carnage card. So you guys are going to have to make friends with other Cave Maniacs so y'all can work out and figure out a way for you to get the connecting cards. Or maybe you'll get lucky and somebody won't pick it and it'll be in a loot box and you'll win it later on in the year. But let's jump back up here to the top row. You've got the evil vulture bird from Dark Crystal. He's one of my favorite characters out of that for sure.
I've always been a huge fan of Dark Crystal ever since the first movie came out, and when they brought out the sequel to it, I was very stoked and excited about it. So it's always been a fan favorite for me.
Another fan favorite, my little boy. He loves Toothless.
My wife and I are both big fans of Toothless and those cartoon series and stuff.
The eyes on this card are absolutely astonishing.
Thank you.
You're gonna have to tell us, man, some of your professional magician tricks here. Like, what did you do here on these eyes? That I mean,
On most of my sketches, I almost always start with the eyes. To me, the eyes are very important. You know, they're supposed to be the portals to the soul. And if you can't get the eyes right, then it just messes up the rest of the picture. So I always start with the eyes and then just build the picture or the sketch around that.
well, I think you nailed it right on the head right here. This predator right here, the next card going on to the predator. Misty's gonna throw a fit over this, but luckily she can win cards. She can win cards, so she can hop on there and jump in there and try to get this predator. I know she's going to try to get it for herself. That's super awesome. What made you want to do a predator card?
Well, that's another one that's always been a favorite of mine. I've always enjoyed the Predator and the Aliens. Um, but here recently, I say recently, it's been about 3 or 4 years maybe. I once won a piece done by Ashley Marsh, and it was a Predator. And ever since that, I've actually built a little small personal collection around that piece, and so it's become more of a fan favorite for me ever since then.
Well, that's awesome, brother. That's awesome.
Thank
Next
you,
card
sir.
we got over here is Mr. Yu-Gi-Oh himself.
Well, not everybody's a fan of some of those other pieces, so um, I think that that Yu-Gi-Oh or Yugi um, is a fun and different type of sketch that some people can relate to, and it brings in a whole different group of individuals that might be interested in that particular one.
Yeah, brother. And we already talked about the Orky guy and the King's Knight that they fought, but in the connecting cards, what made you want to do uh the connecting card sets?
Yeah, over this past year, I saw a lot of hype on sketch cards done by other artists and found in other series, and a lot of people were really enjoying the puzzle cards. So when you guys sent me these your sketch cards, I was like, I've got to make some puzzle cards in here, and as I started coming up with different ideas of who to create the cards of, those were some of the ones that really popped in my head, and I felt like that I might be able to make that work.
And over here, we always have some fan favorites. Uh, we've got Luigi and Mario, and this is another connecting set. I mean, just a fabulous job, man. For everything from the detail that you put in the bricks to make them look, I mean, as much like the Nintendo bricks as possible. I mean, you just did a really, really, really amazing job on all these cards. All right, let's jump down here to we saved them for last because this is going to be like if I could fight and win, I would try my best to get the two down here at the very bottom, the Venom and the Carnage. I mean, it is just amazing, brother.
Thank you, sir.
What made you want to do Venom and Carnage?
Well, that movie came out, I believe, was it last year or the year before, the second one with Carnage, and I've been a big Venom and Carnage fan for a while, um, especially with a lot of the Funko Pops and stuff like that. And so I felt like I could create something that might appease the fans, and I enjoyed them myself. If I almost decided to keep those, but I figured somebody else could enjoy them.
Man, you and Uncle Nasty have a lot in common. We're both veterans. We're both amazingly good looking. We both have beards. We both like Venom, Carnage, and Captain America.
Well, I'll
We're going
take
to have
that
to.
as a compliment.
Oh yeah, we're going to have to link up one of these days.
Absolutely.
Well, my brother, you got anything else you want to say? Any shouts out? Tell them where to go find you on your social media so they can try to get some commissions.
I'm on Facebook under Kid for Life, and I'm also on Instagram under Kid for Life, and I do have a web page that's under Kid for Life. So you can find me at any of those places, and pretty much all three connect to each other. So you can get in touch with me through any of those outlets.
Well, brother, I appreciate you coming on, man. These things are amazing. Uh, yeah, can't wait to meet you in person, brother.
Looking forward to it myself.
And you Cable Maniacs, y'all know what y'all got to do. You got to be subscribed. You got to like the video. You got to comment. You got to hit that link in the description, and you've got to fill out and let us know which one of these cards is your favorite. You probably don't have to go through all 16. You can probably just list 10. I believe 10 is all we're going to give away. So the rest of the cards that don't get won in this, when this cards come up, will go in loot boxes. So you guys will still get an opportunity to win these cards, but you just won't get to pick which one you get because they're going to go in loot boxes. So, yeah, brother, once again, thanks for coming on, man. Cave Maniacs. Till next time, Uncle Nasty, we out. Man, I hope you guys enjoyed that interview. We always enjoy talking to these people, no matter where they are. We try to always make sure that we have a time for them to be comfortable to come on the show because we really, really appreciate the time they take out to talk to us. So you guys know it. We're here in the studio. This is a new type of topic that we brought forth. Controversy in comics. If you guys enjoyed this little talk, let us know in the comments. We might try to do some more of these in the future.
And remember, just don't eat your donuts. Eat your donuts whole.
That's right.